used the word frustrated last week on how it went. I think today probably it's another good word to describe some of the play. I mean, we first half hour was really good. You could see the game plan, and then they got a goal, and we all sort of seems to fall apart from there.
Yeah, 37 minutes up until the first goal, we were excellent. Pressed them. I would say kept a lot of the football, kept them at arm's length, and then just a capitulation in terms of some of the defensive displays. It's really frustrating. It's absolutely so hard to wrap your head around it. But it is what it is. 5-0. We're not happy. Far from happy. To be able to do what you can do here for 37 minutes against the league champions, and to then turn out, getting beat 5-0 in the way we did there with some of the goals, it's just totally unacceptable. And there will be changes.
It certainly seemed like there was a bit of a game plan. Certainly going into the match. What were you saying to the players before the game? Yeah,
well, it was a bit like last week. Very, we want to go on. We want to be the team that's progressive on and off the ball, and I felt we were extremely well drilled in that. But look, one or two lapses cost you against teams like this, where they're clinical and punish you. So look, the plan was to go and have a go, and I felt we did that quite well to a certain point, and then unfortunately we conceded soft goals, and we conceded a soft penalty down a body, and then just the challenge is a matter of keeping the scoreboard down then.
One positive, we signed Leonard Sullivan this week. He looked really good coming out left back, having not even played with the guys or spent much time with him this week. What was your thought on his performance?
Quality performance. We've two full-backs now who can defend, which is a good starting point. Really aggressive, really strong, well put together physically. Obviously, you can see they look after themselves. They're in fabulous nick. So, listen, I think we've got a gem there. Really happy with his display. As you said, he hasn't featured with the lads yet. He's trained twice this week. That's it, and that's what he can turn out. So, look, really impressed with him.
Hopefully more to come from there. We move on then back to league action next week. Home to Linfield. Doesn't really get any easier there.
No, but listen, look, come here. That's the challenge. We got to pick ourselves up and analyse and make changes that will be forced on us. We got to go and prepare. Like, we've shown we can compete. It's about a level of consistency now. Can you do it for 90 minutes? And there's what we need to get against the top sides in this league, and that's what we have to aspire to, because nobody wants to just accept turning up and rolled over. Like as I say, if we had to defend it correctly there today, we would have made a game of football out of this. But we don't, and it's unfortunate. And you can only apologise to our fans who turned up today and paid good money into that. It's not a result that is acceptable.
I suppose one final thing, there'll be a few fans will be saying that's the season over now. With out of both cup competitions, relatively comfortable in the league compared to where we were before maybe you came in. What would you say to those fans?
Yeah, well, look, I think context around everything, isn't it? You know what I mean? We were talking about relegation when we first came in the door, and we've managed to pull away from that, and we're competing to get into the top six. That was, that's still very much the aim. Obviously, we inherited a group of players that we've got the very most out of, and we said we've been happy all along. But ultimately, like any manager, you want to make changes, and we feel we've signed extremely well, and it's about getting these lads set. And we're looking more complete. We were dangerous there, even in the final third. There was lots of quality for 37 minutes, but unfortunately, the game of football doesn't last that, and we need other people to step up and perform to better levels, because that's where we want to get there. But for me, the season's not over, because ultimately we've to bed in 8 new players, which I feel we're getting very close to, looking like a really effective team. But for other people, they have to raise their levels, because you're moving into the summer now, and ultimately, yes, the main objective is to keep this football club in the league and kick on. So we're hopefully looking at kicking on.